It really depends on customer demand. In the US, a lot of customer wants to go there, so we will expand over there. But for the leading edge technologies, it will be in Taiwan because it's a heavy cooperation between the R&D people and operation people for practical reasons.
And leading edge will continue to be led by Taiwan, you think, over
Yes.
the US market, and that no changes to that at all, even with you adding a lot more capacity in the States?
Yeah, that's for practical reasons.
Is it possible, though, to speed up how quickly that advanced tech can be shifted from Taiwan to the States?
Yeah, we can try to do that to shorten the gap.
What does that transfer gap look like then? If right now it's several years, Taiwan is ahead, what does that actually look like in the future?
We don't have a specific timeline now, but we can try to accelerate that. We think we can try to accelerate.
Could it be shortened to months, do you think?
It will be difficult, challenging.
Okay, so it stays at least one year behind then. CapEx, it's $52 to $56 billion.
For this year.
Yeah, for this year. So can you tell us exactly how much of that is going to the US, given you've got such a big focus on the capacity build out there?
We don't just break down those numbers, but we do tell people that in the next 3 years, the total CapEx is going to be significantly higher than the number in the past 3 years. So that is evidence of our strong conviction in the AI megatrend.
Our sources are saying, for instance, at least 4 additional fabs could be added in the US, in addition to what's already been pledged. Is that realistic?
It depends on customers' demand. We are looking at very strong customer demand.
Could you give us a number?
We don't have the number.
Do you want to ask about Intel as well? I'm wondering whether you see any potential for collaboration with the business, given they've got very strong expertise in advanced packaging technology in particular. Could that be an area for you to work on, given you're already outsourcing this to third parties with your constraints?
It depends if it makes sense to the customers and also if it makes sense to our wafer business. The advanced packaging business to us is a strategic. It enables our wafer business. So if there are more alternatives in the market which can enable our business, we can consider that.
So you are considering working with Intel on advanced packaging?
It's not that we are considering, we can consider if there are more alternatives, which will lead to more wafer business for TSMC.
What does that collaboration look like potentially? Would you weigh up investing in Intel just like some of your biggest customers have done?
No discussion at all. What I'm trying to say is it can be considered.
Taiwanese dollar, in our survey of different FX strategists and analysts at Bloomberg, they're actually saying it's going to end the year at 30.9. So what is the impact to you if you see that further sort of strengthening, and what sort of headwind does it represent?
Foreign exchange rate between US dollar and NT does affect our profitability. In the past, for every percentage change in foreign exchange rate, it will affect our margins, gross margins and operating margin by 40 basis points. Nowadays, when the margins are higher, the impact become less sensitive. So nowadays, it's about 30 basis points, either way.
And how are you looking at hedging strategies as well?
The easiest way is to sell US dollar into NT. However, the market impact should be considered. If we're not able to sell all these, then we will do the forward contract. And if we still cannot accommodate all the positions, then we will continue to do moving the US dollar to the offshore entity, which has US dollar as its functional currency.